Welcome to the vlog, and it's been a week since I arrived in Tsitsi, and the reason why I'm here is because I'm getting a master's degree. For those of you who don't know, my previous videos were all filmed in Taiwan, so I am just moving here, getting settled down, so this will just be a settling down vlog. But as always, I'm still going to be updating you on what I'm reading currently. So I already have several footages prepared for you all. So please stay tuned and enjoy the vlog. Okay, comments on my room. It's very decent. The bed is very big. I think it can fit like 3 people. Okay, but my one issue with this place is I think the public areas are quite dirty. Like the moment I walked into the kitchen, there's like a smell. So I just swept the kitchen. So I feel much better now. And I didn't know that I'm not sure if this is a US thing, like the air conditioning comes from this place. Okay, let's try this again. So the air conditioning comes from like these vents, like in the wall. So it's all like central air conditioning, like 中央空调. And I'm not sure if we can adjust the temperature or not, because I do not know how to switch off the AC. Or do they just keep this on 24/7? I am not sure. Guys, I found the AC control. So it's just right here. And right now it's 74 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm still getting used to Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. So this is probably like 23 degrees Celsius. And so apparently this switch controls all the vents in the house. So I don't know, that's so interesting. Like, 如果有同一层楼有一个人很怕热，然后有一个人很怕冷怎么办？但是我们只有一个 switch. I don't know. So I thought the US culture really emphasizes the individual, but when it comes to AC, it's the next day and I just went to church today and it was great. The sermon was fantastic. I also took the public metro to church and that went well as well. I was initially quite nervous about taking the metro because I was worried that I wouldn't know where I was going, but I think the map was quite clear. The instructions were straightforward. So yeah, the metro went quite smoothly and I was surprised that there were so few people on the metro because in Taiwan, there's like always loads of people, like almost like 24/7. And today there was only like 2 people in the entire, like in our car. Yeah, that was quite shocking for me, but it was also quite comfortable and it was just a chill ride over there. But as for some updates about what I'm reading, I am currently reading this book, Taylor Swift in Her Own Words. So I don't really own many books. Like all of the books I've been reading has been borrowed from the public library. So before I came to the US, I had to return all the books to the Taipei library. So I was quite worried that I wouldn't have any books to take to the US because I don't really own any books. But literally a few days before my flight, one of my friends gifted me with this book. And it was literally the perfect gift because it's small, it doesn't take up much space or weight, so I put it in my carry-on, and it really got me through the plane ride and the first few days in the US. So shout out to Andy. And this book is edited by Helena Hunt, but it's literally, besides the beginning and the end where there's like a brief introduction of Taylor Swift, the rest of the book is just composed of quotes spoken by Taylor Swift. So it's just all quotes, and there are no like additional analysis or comments. It's just pure quotes by Taylor Swift. But the cool thing is the quotes are arranged in a way that's cohesive. So you almost feel like you're reading a story, like a narrative, because there's a section about Taylor Swift's personal life. There's also a section about her and her fans. So through the quotes, you kind of see her relationship with her fans, etc. And I think my favorite section is the one about her music, where she talks about some of her thought processes behind each of her albums, which is very interesting. There are a lot of things that I didn't know at first. So as a Swiftie, this is like a perfect book. I'm planning on getting my student ID, like maybe it's Sunday right now, and I'm probably gonna get my ID tomorrow or Tuesday, Wednesday, sometime next week. And that ID would give me access to the school library. So I'm super excited about this because even though this book is great, I am craving some fiction right now. Before coming to the US, I just finished Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare. And I can't wait to read the last book, Chain of Thorns. Like, I'm literally having like withdrawal symptoms. I need more Cassandra Clare books in my life right now. Plot twist. So the room that you saw earlier isn't actually my room, but instead this is my room. And as you can see, it's way smaller than the room I showed you previously, but as you can imagine, the rent is also considerably lower. So the reason for this room switch is because actually this small room is the one that I rented, but when I moved here, the previous tenant hadn't moved away yet. So when I moved in, the landlord told me to stay in the master bedroom first until the tenant moves out. So now that she's moved out, I can actually start settling down. So let's do it. All right, I am all set. The clothes are in the closet, and here are just some of my cosmetics and vitamins. And then here is food, lots and lots of food. Like, I made sure to stock up on Pocky before I came to the States. And then here are my two little companions to say hi. And here's the desk. I really don't know what to say about the desk because this is hands down the smallest desk I've ever had in my life. And there is no space to store my books. So right now I'm just using this box as a makeshift bookshelf. And I really hope this is just temporary. I hope I can figure something out. Like, maybe anybody have any ideas? Maybe I can put like maybe a shelf on the wall, because there just really isn't any extra space in my room for like a bookshelf. So hope I figure something out. Hi beautiful people, I ordered a bookshelf and it just arrived today. I'm so excited, and I actually created an Amazon account just for this, and I'm trying the 1 month Amazon Prime free trial right now, so let's see how it goes. Yay! So now all my books are stored safely on the bookshelf, including my Bible, my diary, and all my books. And I also got this file cabinet thingy, so where I can store some of my documents and mail. And yeah, I feel a lot more settled down now, and I feel really happy about it. Guys, I got books! Yay! So for the past week, I visited both the university library as well as the DC Public Library. So now I have a bunch of books that I can read now, and I can update you on all the books that are currently in my possession. So you already know that I'm reading Taylor Swift. I actually finished it, so loved it. My only complaint is that it's too short. I just want all the Taylor Swift quotes. So now that I finished it, I can put this book onto my beautiful new bookshelf. And the next book here I checked out from the university library, and it's called Nervous Condition by Tsitsi Dangarembga. And this book is set in Zimbabwe, and it follows this girl called Tambu as she fights for herself to get an education. And she grew up at a time where it's really difficult for girls to get an education. So this book really discusses a lot about the meaning of education, the power of education, and some of the effects of education. And I think this book goes beyond like the obvious of what education can do besides gaining knowledge or improving your life. This book also discusses a little bit about how sometimes education can be isolating. Like once Tambu starts to get an education, she's kind of thrust into a new life. She has to kind of say goodbye to some of her old like traditions and her old customs at her village, because she's attending this mission school which was founded by the Western missionaries. So she's also facing some culture shock and some challenges that she hasn't thought of before. So I'm only halfway, so I'm really just looking forward to following her along as she continues her journey. And the next one is Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. So I'm also really excited reading this because I've watched the movies so many times already, but I've never read the books from beginning to finish. So I am so looking forward to actually finish these installments. I wouldn't say it's a trilogy because Tolkien actually said that he doesn't think The Lord of the Rings is a trilogy. It's just usually published into 3 separate books, but it is one continuous story. So this is Return of the King. I checked this out from the public library, and I love this cover. Like, I love how soft the colors look, and it looks just like a foggy like morning, and also it matches with Eeyore as well, so that's cute. And the last book is the one that I waited for the longest, and which is this giant here, which is Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. Look at how big this is. Like, it is literally a brick. And it's kind of battered in the middle, but I think it's fine. So I had to wait for this for a bit because this book was not available in the university library, and it wasn't available in the public library that was closest to my house. So I had to place a hold because there are like copies in other libraries in DC, so I had to wait for like a few days for the book to arrive in our library. And so I just got this book today. For me, Cassandra Clare books are just really just comfort reads. It even though it's a book, it feels like watching a Hollywood movie because there are like these dazzling characters with lots and lots of drama, like Hollywood type dramas. So yeah, this is a great comfort read for me. And now that I have all these books and also bought a bookshelf, I feel like my life has been more complete now. So on that note, I'm going to close off this vlog. Classes will be starting next week, so I hope I'll still have some chances to update those things to you. And anyway, I just hope this vlog finds you well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye!